for all the panelists. And question is a simple question, that is 25 marks which are allocated for speech techniques, that is exaggeration, surprises, twists, humor. How can you work on these speeches while drafting this thing and while delivering it? Means both the concepts. How we incorporate these techniques while drafting and while speaking. Over to first speaker. Over to Thomas. What is
Thank you.
the technique?
Yeah, thank you, Toastmaster Mohammed. I was quite listening to what my previous speakers, both DTM Arij and Toastmaster Anna, they have really hit the bullseye by saying what are the speech techniques that you must bear in mind. And one of the critical things is that when you have your draft ready, and do you really add exaggeration to the draft, or do you try and relate it to certain events, certain happenings which both you and the audience know? In fact, I felt that whenever we exaggerate, it's best if we can do it when it is related to both your audience and yourself. It will be much easier for them to enjoy the ride when they can know, okay, this is about that incident that happened, which I can recollect. Oh, yes, this is something that has happened. On the other hand, if we are going to say about totally different thing, which probably only you know yourself, then I don't think you will be able to convey that much of fun and twist and exaggerations into your speech. So I feel that the clear borderline is about first your draft, and then you need to ensure that you will be able to embellish your draft with real life instances which people can relate. But then, when you're narrating it, those instances need not be exactly as how they have happened, but somewhere, somehow, people can relate to it. In my tall tale, I was able to relate to, three people. One was Bill Clinton. The second person was Mr. Shashi Tharoor. That's a guy from India, and who was, in fact, the Deputy Secretary General of the United Nations. So, as well as Bill Gates. So, when you relate to people like that, then everybody would have heard about them. And then it's very easy for you to create the theatrics, to create the antics. And one more thing which I did was I used a prop, and that was a sudden prop that came about because I was supposed to transform to a shrimp. And then when you're supposed to transform to a shrimp, and when you put on a prop or a costume, then that really changes the whole ball game, because then your audience is already visually taken on a different ride. And when you embellish it with your ideas and your thoughts, I think that will really set you on a different plane. Thank you. Over to Toastmaster.
Thank you, Thomas.